I want to get into this album, man. Like I said, if y'all ain't got the album, please go get it.
Right.
Infinity, produced by Ninth Wonder and the Soul Council.
That's it.
Heavily,
That's it.
heavily produced. Great production. So
Exactly.
I'm gonna lay the context for this. And what's ironic is the context of this question is gonna come from the previous album because that album was also produced by Ninth Wonder and the Soul Council.
Oh, we talking about, right?
So the all. This is the context I'm gonna lay down. You got a bar in there, I believe it's Tech, where you say, they say take me back to the shining. Nah. But they don't know what shape that my mind's in. The game is different and my mind the game is different and my man's is going. Rest in peace. So for that context, what's one life lesson that both of you went through preparing to make this album?
See, what's crazy is our man is he's right here in the visual, looking over our shoulders. He's watching over us, and that's just came from the side of the mind of the bar you just quoted to be like that. I just look up and I see Sean Price's face right there, and I think when you go through something like a lot of our brothers and sisters or people of color, we suffer from PTSD sometimes, a lot of the times without even being knowing what it is. And when you go through that, sometimes you don't have an outlet to get that across to an audience or just to get it out of your system so you be able to do better as you move and live. But I think when you go through something like that, it brings you almost to a full circle of clarity in your mind of how serious and precious life and loved ones are. And now when you have a platform such as we do as music to speak about it and get it out in less than 24 hours it can be heard around the world. That's something that I think you it's like a gift from the most high that he gave you that is your obligation to give that gift back.
Respect.
And I just add on like Sean, just speaking about Sean in particular, like Sean Price was like he was just was the best, right? He was he was almost like he was almost like a therapist, right? Because he can make all of us laugh, all of us. Like it, I mean, no matter how crazy it may have been, he found a way to bring a smile to all of us. Um, and he found a way to propel his rap style. And he used to say one thing, yo, just rap. You know what I mean? Like all that explaining and all that extra shit. Like that's where that two piece in the biscuit line come from. That come from him. Yo, give me two piece in the biscuit, no coleslaw, no mashed potatoes, none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like he say just rap. You know what I mean? And sometimes it's like we tend to overthink. I'm super guilty of that. And it's like, all right, we have this great responsibility, and I want to do this, and I want to do that, but like, we're not the saviors of people. Like, let's be real. Like, we want to communicate with you enough where you can communicate with us. And next thing you know, we're breaking bread. We can have a picnic. We can get money together. We can exchange. We can barter. Like this is how we grew up in our communities of Brooklyn, and our craft just happened to be rapping. You know, this is where we landed. We did a bunch of other stuff prior to that. So we landed here and it's like, all right, this is where the most high is like, all right, I'm gonna need you to stick around here for a little while so you can do other things. You know what I mean? The music becomes the backdrop that allows us to go through these neighborhoods. It's our how do you say our ambassador card, man. It's like our
Face card.
yeah,
Mm.
our passport. It allows us to go. If we come with the respect and because we love music, you know what I mean. And people that we love, we went to a Stevie Wonder concert, man. We was in there like, yo, this is great. Like he was around for like generations. Like it was generational flyness going on in there. And then I think before that or after that, before that we was on tour. We went on tour
Yeah.
first. We was just on tour for like 30 days, right? Some wild number. And then we came and sat and watched because Stevie was on tour on Heal a Heart tour and all of that. and to see him,
the DNC thing, huh?
yeah, to see him rock like for a second, like out of body experience, because you get to see it. Because we don't get to see none of our performances. You know what I mean? I personally don't really watch the videotape. I already know what my mistakes was, and I'm like, all right, I ain't doing that again. I gotta come with the.
That's a weird thing about creatives because sometimes I don't even watch my interviews back. Like, I don't know, it's weird, but go ahead. Sorry to cut you off.
Nah, like I watch other people interviews, and I'm like, all right, I try to be as relaxed as possible on stage and interviews in my work field, and just like play my zone, and not just remember what Sean Price said. Yo, just rap, bro. Like, of course I could sit here and go through a whole bunch of biblical. I got thousands of books on the wall, like to break it down to science, but it's like at the end of the day, this is my brother, right? We agreed to do something and see it to the end. And all I can see is his mom's going, standing at the gate, like, you know, y'all coming back. She know y'all coming back, so we gotta go there and make sure we do the right thing. It ain't even that like scientific. It's like I want to make sure we did the right thing, and people are happy. All right, so now we can proceed, and now possibly we can celebrate because we know it's still a lot of work to do out there too. We want to make the youngest know. Don't stop. We want to make the youngest know that it's cool to talk to the elders. You know what I'm saying? It's cool to talk to the old heads.
Vice versa.
And vice versa. The old heads gotta
bridging that gap.
Like we can do that now. We made it cool. I mean, it was cool. It was cool before. We kind of forgot the loop. Like rap took us out the loop for a bit. And there was a lot of other funky things going on behind the scenes with the contracts, and everybody was feeling, a certain way about it. But we can definitely talk to each other and have a forum. We can bring back those Jack the Rappers and How Can I Be Down. We can do these conventions and
can learn that.
And we can build.
I think it was different. It's different now because we was the youngins back then. So
yeah,
even when our uncles and our pops was like, man, get that rabbity boobity boobity boop out of here. It was only a certain type of individual that would poly with you, whatever poly with us that we could build with. But now I think as you increase your knowledge for daily, because knowledge is always infinite, you always heard it, but you never knew how important it is until you get to the crossroads of that street or that block or that book that you have to keep building up your mind so you can be able to converse in these different rooms and into these different rooms. You look in one way, but you're thinking and you speaking and reacting to another way. And that's what it kind of shakes the algorithm so you can be able to create your own in there, your space.
Yeah, we need to give hip hop. We need to make sure we pay attention to the purpose of hip hop, and the power of the word, the power of rap. Like rap, like we're doing so much things politically. Everybody has a voice. All these talking heads, and everybody is jousting right now to prove a point and prove that their knowledge and wisdom is more stronger than the other one. We could put that in the forum.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We can put that in the forum, sell pamphlets, give out pamphlets. Like, it is no your story, this story. It was too much people going, too much things going on. Like, this has to go on. When you hear Infinity come on, you hear KRS-One. We will be here forever. Yeah. Obviously, we respect and love and honor the teacher. We grew up on that. Not only did we grow up on it, we get to do songs with him. Like, for real. We get to, like, it's mind-blowing. Still, I still feel youthful. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the 50-50 club. I'm 50 years old. And I still
salute to that. I'm sorry to cut you off, man, but I think as black men, when we see each other getting older, it's a beautiful thing because we all come from community. People got diabetes or they're dealing with their own personal health, and seeing 50 isn't guaranteed by the creator. So for the people that's blessed to get to your age, man, major salute. Sorry to cut you off, but I had to salute y'all.
Add on, we building right now because this excitement is there. Because I think about like my old man, my pops. This is my pops right here, Smiley. You know what I mean? He died at 50 years old. He ain't look like that though. That's 20. That's a 20. He was 21 when this picture. At 50, he looked like he was an old man to me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, we changed the face of 50. We gave new faces to the Bills right now. Like, so, and it's like, that's a
you gotta get that trademark, man. Y'all gotta trademark that.
Yeah, yo, but
Absolutely.
it's real because we have the capability to talk to the youngest. My dad didn't listen to our version of hip hop, but our version of hip hop came from the shit that he was listening to and he was playing. He inspired that. So salute to all the producers, salute to the beat miners that put us in the pit and had us, listening to all them original tracks and all of that. It's crazy.
Yeah, so I want to talk about to piggyback off of that or to segue the production on this. This is the second album you guys got majorly produced by the Ninth Wonder and the Soul Council. And as
Yeah.
artists, you guys worked with a lot of people. You worked with Pete Rock. You worked with a lot
Would
of
it
great
actually,
producers.
would it actually be the third? Because the trilogy we did with that whole thing wasn't produced by Soul
Triple
Council.
threat. Nah, it
Triple
wasn't
Threat.
full
Most
soul. It
of
wasn't
it
soul
was.
council.
Yeah.
It wasn't even soul council yet. About
Okay.
that.
Right.
Oh, so
It,
y'all been rocking with them for a while.
Oh
So
yeah.
yeah,
for you
yeah.
guys to be rocking with them for a while, what is it about their sound that drew them to you to say, all right, we're gonna put together this project and we want you guys specifically to do it with us?
Well, for one, it's they family, right? And we got the plugs from Sean Price. They did Sean Price. Love those guys. You know what I mean? We went down south to record with them. Sean did a joint, and then Buck was working with Knife. Like these guys build relationships. That's the thing about us. Like a lot of people we work with, we have relationships with these people. And it's not like getting a track from you and things of that nature. So when it came back time to do the project, we was just at a time we was ready to work. So we just had a list. We was like, all right, who do we want to work with? Who would be good to work with? And we reached out to Knight for the first one. And he was like, he's ready to go. Like he has this high respect for music. Like he wants his mind frame, his template is The Shining,
The
Okay.
Jedi.
right? He's like, all right, we're gonna do The Shining Part Two. We like, nah, we ain't doing The Shining Part Two, but we know what you mean. So he knows. He's like, all right, you guys rap how you rap, but your sound needs to be here, and
Updated.
it's like and we just comfortably let him maestro that piece.
Man,
You know?
a couple of them tracks had me dancing. It felt like summertime, man.
You know
That's
what
a
I'm
beautiful
saying?
thing.
It felt like
Come
you can
on,
play a couple of them joints at a cookout.
Bring the pieces through. Can I get on the Hattie? Tell them to come. Jay?
who? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, but you know what's real? One of the dopest joints to dance to is Rakim. It's been a long time. And true say that's a James Brown, but like that song is so funky, and this is the you know what I mean? This is the gar, like, but this is such a play that anywhere.
Hmm.
Yeah. The bars is still up to par, relevant, and it's like I want to be able to make something that will last, stand the test of time. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? And it's not about no hood. It's about people just feeling that vibe
They
and
where you
and, and,
from is where
and
you
rocking with
at.
it. Where you at? You in the gym? You in your rod? You at KFC? You at Bojangles or something? You work
Hmm.
there? You at Marshalls? Where you at? Like you pop that on. If we can rock with you, that's glorious, man. And we want to be respectfully presenting our appreciation for this music shit. You know what I mean? So
Tech, you want to add on?
I do, but I lost my train of thought.
but that
Got
we
you.
were
What it
talking
was?
about
Oh no, I just wanted to be respectful, just in case you had some input.
It's mostly what he says.
we was
It,
talking about recording
with
the
knife, right?
Soul
Yeah.
Okay.
Council.
Yeah.
What's that?
Nah, like you said, when we first started working with them, it was something different, and then for us it was good because we was traveling to where they was at, where their compound was at, which was North Carolina. So now it's like it's a road trip and it's an adventure. And once you get down there, we all on the floor or all in the just before the compound even came. Sean Price is just moving around, and the vibe was just so. The energy was electric that, like you said, once you met him, they automatically became family. So to get back for the second and third joint, it was a no brainer. And like you said, Knife just he thinks different. He's a producer. He's not someone that's just gonna give you a beat and
Mm-hmm.
be like, yo, you go write your 16 and build a verse or a bar and then we could do it and then I'll mix it down. No, he's giving insight. He's talking about the flows, how he think it should sound, and he's not afraid to speak his mind, and he's not afraid to help you bring the best out in you. It's like a heavyweight champ fight.
Yeah, nah, that's a great point. Yeah, that's definitely he be maestro in that piece.